yeah, we had guns pointed at him. If he moved, we would have shot him. And he told my mom he didn't move. He stood, put his hands up, and when he put his hands up, he dropped the glass. And I think the most he did was um, move his feet back or his leg back because he had on shorts for to avoid the glass, kind of popping up on his legs. But that's the most he did. But my brother did not move. And even after he came home, he came in, sat on the sofa, and of course, we is the younger sister, so we just want to know, like, what happened? Like, how did you get in the back of a police car? Like, what went on? Like, what was it like? They had you in handcuffs? Was the handcuffs tight? And he just kind of sobbed and cried, and he was like, "That why do you want to know that?" Like, it was just so weird to him. He was like, "Why y'all want to know? I didn't have fun. If that's what you want to know." He's like, "That wasn't fun. I didn't want to be back there. There was no knobs on the door." He was kind of telling us how it was when he was in the back seat. He was like, "My hands was behind my back. There was no knobs on the door. I couldn't jump out." And he was just like, "Why y'all want to know?" And my mom was like, "Well, we want to know." She's like, "Well, I want to know because it's my fault that you were around there." And she said, "And they need to know so that they know what not to do and how not to act or react when they see police or they are, around police or they get in trouble or something." And he was just like, "I don't know." He was like, he told my mom the whole story. And he said, "I heard somebody say, 'Wait, that's a kid. I know that kid.'" And he said, it is his belief that if that PAL officer, who's now the chief of police, who used to be a PAL officer, if that PAL officer wasn't in the area and, walked throughout the neighborhood and didn't know my brother, he probably would have gotten shot that day, or he would have, been sitting up in a jail cell waiting to call us to let us know that he's been in jail this whole time. I mean, he kind of didn't have no idea what could have came of that. But just the relationship with the PAL officers in the neighborhood made a big difference in what happened to my brother that day. And I'm just thinking about this incident that happened in 1967 and how in 1968 they created the Community Relations Division in the Houston Police Department. And I'm just wondering if that had a significant change in the establishment of community relations divisions in the police department. It seems as if there could be a connection with the community relations division and the PAL officers that are in the neighborhood. And they still have these officers here right now to this day. And so this history from Houston shows how local actions contribute to the national fabric of history. A connection that I had no idea that I didn't know that, or couldn't have known that I would have been somehow connected to that right now to this day. So today we've journeyed through hidden chapters of the Civil Rights era. These stories remind us that history is not just made by widely recognized figures, but also by everyday heroes. Join me next time on Hidden Voices. Until then, keep exploring and uncovering the stories that shape our world. Thank you for listening.